What's up, Laker fans? The Brooklyn Nets went 20 for 41 from three-point range against the Lakers on Thursday, exposing what I believe to be a potential weakness that I've been concerned about for a while. Let's take a closer look at why they gave up so many threes and what they can do about it. Vogel had this to say about how he plans on using his bigs on defense this season.
We've got a scheme in place that is designed to put them there as much as possible, to minimize the situations where, our five-man is chasing a point guard around the top of the key, watching them dance and trying to contain all the way out there and trying to keep them close to the basket as much as possible.
But keeping your bigs in the paint in this day and age comes with a price. Joe Harris was coming off of screens with JaVale or Dwight at the elbow, giving him clean looks that he cashed in on. The Lakers won't face many bigs who can shoot this preseason, but that shot will be open against these drops as well. They've surrendered several threes on skip passes on ball screens. Allen rolls to the basket as Dwight hedges on the screen, which means that Bradley needs to tag on Allen, which leaves Temple open on the weak side. Bradley can't cover that distance in time, and Temple nails the three. How much you help from the weak side is always a calculation based on how much of a threat both the roll man and shooter are. If you don't tag, which KCP doesn't do here, this is what happens. The Lakers' perimeter players have also been playing too far off of their man. Here, Rondo gives up an easy look to Dinwiddie as a result. Caruso thinks he's out far enough, but teams have been taking deeper threes with increased frequency in order to avoid having their shot well contested. AD has a bad habit of playing too far off of guys that he could easily lock up on the perimeter as well. Switching isn't a viable option unless AD's at the 5. Dwight in particular has struggled in the few instances where he's been forced into those situations. And they've been giving up easily preventable points in transition. The Lakers score here, and as they transition back, you can see Caruso saying, I got two, meaning that he's having to defend two players on his side of the court. Bradley tries to fix it, but it's too late and Brooklyn gets an and one. These mistakes translate to open threes as well. KCP saves a wide open step 3 with the kick here. But they're not as lucky on this one, as no one picks Steph up in transition as they just run to the paint instead. Anthony Davis's mobility lets him show higher on screens, which can disrupt shooters on pick and rolls or off of the ball. But JaVale has some of that capability too, and the Lakers are going to need him to do more of that this year. Here he buys Rondo a moment to recover and then gets back to contest Steph at the rim. He shows high on one of those off-ball screens for Joe Harris, so Harris tries to beat him to the basket, but JaVale cleans it up. He can also get back to disrupt lobs on pick and rolls, which means that he needs less help from the tagger on the weak side. If JaVale's doing that, then the ideal role for AD is as the weak side tagger. He can break up this lob to Jarrett Allen if the pass goes there, but he can also close out quickly to the shooter if the skip pass is made. He may be the best player in the league at this particular assignment. Dwight isn't as mobile as JaVale is at this point. He tried to show high on Harris as well, but Harris was too fast for him and got to the rim. JaVale will get beat like this too, but less often. The more shooters the Lakers have to defend, the less Dwight is a viable option. Here he has to cover a long distance on the closeout and tries the best he can, but he's a step slow. Sometimes there are opportunities to help one pass away. Historically, that's been off of bad shooters, and Caruso cheated off of David Nwaba a couple of times against Brooklyn. But there are also opportunities to do this if the play begins too far out. Dinwiddie makes this initiation pass about 30 feet away from the hoop, so KCP cheats off of him to help Rondo out on Harris. LeBron does the same thing here and then does a great job of recovering back to Prince. The Lakers need to assign Green, Bradley, or KCP to the shooters that other teams like to run off of screens. Green does a good job of fighting through them and provides good back pressure with his length, which chases shooters off of the three-point line. Bradley does it with his closing speed and length. KCP is the fastest of the bunch and is excellent at locking and trailing shooters. The Lakers have asked Rondo to do this a lot in the first two games, but he gives up too much separation at the beginning of the play and doesn't have the size or speed to recover. That sets off a chain reaction on this play that leads to an open corner three. They can also prevent the shooter from using the screen by influencing him in the other direction. If they choose to try to use the screen anyway, they're a lot less open. KCP does the same with Temple on the ball screen, and while the Lakers make a mistake on the weak side that leads to the corner three, both LeBron and KCP did a good job here. This is simple enough, but they gotta communicate and focus in transition to make sure that everyone's accounted for. No need to give up 3 points. But above all else, they need to trust their rim protection and aggressively chase shooters off of the three-point line on their closeouts. Their length around the rim is one of the strengths of this team, which simplifies what needs to be done on the perimeter. If they don't, their three-point defense could be an ongoing problem. Laker Film Room was dedicated to helping you experience the Lakers and the game of basketball on a deeper level. If you'd like to support the work that we do, please click the Venmo or Patreon link below. Alright, that'll do it for this one. I'll catch you guys next time.